Hey, what's up, SB Warriors? Paul K here, and today I want to talk to you guys about a little problem I used to have when I used to get super nervous for competitions. Hey guys, if you're like me, you've always had a desire to do more. And deep inside, you've known there's a way and a possibility for you to achieve your dreams, the lifestyle, and achieve the freedom you've always wanted. Because we have what it takes to get things done and learn from others and get the mindset to achieve the dreams we've always wanted. Welcome to SB Warriors. Any sort of competition, I would get so nervous. It was really ridiculous. And the reason why I bring it up is because there are so many business owners that I deal with or even just talk to. And the second I mention something that gets them outside their comfort zone, immediately a wall comes up. It's like, poop. And I could see that there's like this fear that they have of something that's going on with them. It has nothing to do with suggestion. It's like, oh, that's a bad idea. I shouldn't do it. It has nothing to do with that. It's more internal based. So I remember when I used to go to these competitions when I had to be like between 7 and 9 years old. And being a Cub Scout, we used to have these physical fitness competitions. You do push-ups, you do, sit-ups, whatever it was. And I remember once I'd get so nervous that I just didn't want to do it. And it continued. It's funny. This continued on the high school. And I was so worried about being like perfect, like having all these things done right to win or whatever it was. Because I didn't feel the pressure from my father to win, but I knew that it's a competition. Like, what else purpose is a competition if you're not there to win? And I remember once this guy he would put his fist on the ground, and when you do a push-up, you would hit. And I was going so fast, I was like actually hurting myself. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, can he just like make his hand a little softer or something? And whatever it was just, I was in this weird space, and I'm going, what is wrong with this? What is wrong? And as I got into high school and started wrestling, I'd get in line with all these guys, and, unless you've ever wrestled or been in a locker room for a wrestling meet, like, guys are in their underwear, some guys are dropping their drawers just to make the weight. And I would get so nervous, like getting in line, you look at the guy next to you, and you're like, oh gosh, this guy's really buff, or whatever, like, oh, and all these fear, doubt. And now it's like, I don't have that same thinking. And so I remember, what if I had that thinking now versus, that thinking then versus what I had, and now. And it's just like, I think it came when I all of a sudden realized, it's not so much about you, even though it's directly about you, because you will put more pressure on yourself than everybody else outside of the world. So even like this video, if you're listening on a podcast, like, I'm putting myself out there, but I realized that, there's a certain part of the demographic that's not going to like me. And there's a certain part that's going to go, oh, hey, I can understand what he's saying. And you can't please everybody. And so I think I was such a people pleaser, and like growing up and trying to do all those things, that it took me a while to get over that and just go, you know what? I'm just going to go out there. I'm just going to do my best. And whatever happens, happens. I'm going to put 100% energy into it. And I'm just going to go in there and kick some, what. And I have that mentality now. That's why I'm able to kind of do this. And so as I'm encouraging others, it's like, look, there are certain things that you're going to be challenged on. Certain things that you've always known, like inside, like, yes, I need to do that. And that's where I was at. I was like, oh, I'm not listening to myself. I'm not listening to my gut. I'm not listening to my own intuition of what I'm supposed to be doing. And because of that, my fears, and I delayed for years, literally years, I didn't do stuff like this. And it's so funny because I'm actually probably the happiest I've been about where I'm at in my business, not even worried about money. It's because I'm generally following what my gut has been telling me to do for a while. And I know that is a necessity, and possibly it is being helpful to encourage others to do the things that I'm seeing them not want to do in their business. Because it's easier for somebody to write a check and go, okay, I need you to do the advertising. And in their mind, they get a little check, done. It's done. But the reality is that's only a step, because all you're doing is advertising. You're not marketing. You're not creating a little bit more of a relationship. So if I put up a banner ad and you see my offer for a banner ad or some sort of discount, it doesn't tie you into the particular business. It's just that it's like, oh, there's that thing. Now, when you see a video ad and the person who's responsible for that ad or is talking to you, then all of a sudden you're seeing a person. Marketing is like dating, and we're about people. And a lot of times we forget the biggest part of anybody's relationship, whether it's a friend relationship, a intimate relationship, or even a business relationship, or even it's a patron, consumer, B2B. People base their economic buying decisions based on relationships. So if I have a relationship with a particular person, and I feel strongly about that person, I'm going to talk highly about them. I'm going to recommend them to other people. And when we're trying to bring that person into our sphere of influence so we can then get them to take an action, which is ideally buy our products and services, we have to remember that as a person who we're trying to bring in. What better way to communicate to that person than realizing and treating them like an actual person who's in front of you? From the whole experience, from the start of your advertising or marketing campaign, of how you introduce them into your world. And it's about people. But here's the caveat. You have to be willing to let go of your fears, of your anxieties, of your insecurities, and just accept you're good enough right where you're at to do the things that your business needs. And I know and I understand, because it's nerve-wracking. Like, I'm putting myself out there. I am talking about things. I am sharing information. And at some point, now it's like, it used to be like really high up here. Oh, I'm worried about what my parents think. I'm worried about my friends think. I'm worried about my coworkers think. I'm worried, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, that starts to diminish. And you know what? I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this to help people. I'm doing this to make a change, to make a difference, make an impact. And if you have that same feeling about your business, then you know you have to take those steps. And what I started doing is Instagram lives on my personal page, that I was just like, you know what? Let me practice and see what it's like. That way I felt less out there. Of course, you get these, little adrenaline spikes, and you're like, oh, Mario, what do people think? And then you get normalized and used to it. You're like, huh, okay. And you take out your phone, you maybe do another live video. You do an Insta story, whatever it is. You take small steps and you start getting acclimated to you trying new things, getting outside your comfort zone with the mindset that you can do this. And it's going to benefit your business. It's going to benefit you because you're growing. You're becoming a more effective communicator. And it is awesome that I am able to try this and still be a little scared. And I'm hoping that you guys will kind of go with me. I'm showing you these struggles that I'm having, that I'm trying new things. I'm doing this so that you guys can see, like, you're not alone. Like, it's not easy. No, it's not easy. But is it worth it? Absolutely. I've felt the freest I've felt doing this in a long time. And it's only because I listen to myself. I'm trying something new. I'm getting outside my comfort zone. And I'm willing to suck at it at the same time. So I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, but I'm willing to share what I do. And the problem that I've noticed with business owners, they weren't willing to put themselves out there, and they wanted to check the box, but they weren't happy with the results. And so I was like, you know what? I can't make somebody do this. I can't make somebody do this, but they need to do it. They need to do it so bad. And I even got in a fight with a client, which I'll have to tell you guys another time, over this stuff. Like almost like, you're not doing this. And I'm like, oh, heck yes, I am. And it's because I stood fast in what I believed in and what I knew is true in advertising. And we got into it. Now I'll just share this with you next time. But it was an eye-opener. And they're still my client today. But they're not taking the steps. So if I can get you guys to take the steps, try things, start getting people to know you, I really, really believe people will remember you and they'll make their buying decisions more because they remembered a portion of you and what you shared and what you told them about your life, your business, your why, because it makes a difference. It absolutely does. Anyway, SB Warriors, stay strong, keep pushing, and thanks for listening. Do me a favor, if you like the podcast or the video cast, do me a favor, leave a rating on it on iTunes. Give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. You can also give feedback on the webpage of sbwarriors.com. You can leave a video review. You can also leave, hey, what about this? You can leave an audio or video review and things you'd like to see more of, more content of. And I want to say thank you. I really appreciate you guys. And let's grow our business to the next level and keep pushing. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, SB Warriors, thanks for listening to today's podcast. If you'd like to get more information on how you can grow your business, we have a free book at sbwarriors.com. Click on the free book offer. It's an advertising blueprint for small business owners to help get their business to the next level. Also, if you like this podcast, we ask that you give feedback on iTunes, rate it so we can help get out the message to more business owners just like you. Have a great day, and thanks for listening. See you next time.